Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I am Gigi of GGmadeit.com. You know, the knitter, the blogger, and the yarn hoe. Coming to you with another episode. And this one is more of a check-in than it is for me to share any information. So I just want to talk. I just want to know. This is going to be more about you guys talking to me because I want to know how you're doing. So you guys ready? I am going to give you an update on the cow. I'll give you an update, let you see the progress I've made thus far on the poncho. And this is going to be a short but sweet one. You ready? Let's get it.
She ain't gonna be whole for 5 more minutes.
Wait, is that a church thing?
Yeah, it's a church thing.
So we are going to start out with the Orange Love cow and just give you an update with that. First off, who is 10 members away from being 1,000 strong on my Ravelry group? Guys, listen to me. When I tell you whatever it is that you want to do, I need you to go ahead and do it because you're just wasting time telling yourself what you can't do. You'll never know until you try. So now is the perfect time. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. So we're up to 990 members on the cow. We are officially into the second week of the cow. And it is moving right along. Guys, if you could see some of the colors that the people are selecting. I've already had one person that completed her poncho. And let's see if can you guys see? So you got one person that completed. Doesn't it look good? And she did orange, right? You had that's completed. You still have quite a few in progress. So let's see if I can find you any more to show you some of these colors. Just beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that, guys. Look at that. So yeah, there is a whole lot of loveliness going on. And another angle to the knit along, if you were not interested in doing the poncho, as long as you did anything orange, you can still participate and be eligible for prizes. So it's going really good. I have to get accustomed to checking Ravelry, the group, because when I do decide to check, there's tons of messages, there's tons of comments in the group that I forget. So I got to reprogram my mind to include Ravelry in my, like I like to call it, my internet stroll, right? Because for the most part, the first hour or so of my day, as soon as I wake up, after we care for the bathroom stuff, I spend that first hour or so checking comments here, responding, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, the blog, emails. I do all of that the first hour or so in the morning. And I still haven't gotten accustomed to checking Ravelry. So if you are a part of my Ravelry group and I haven't responded to your message, blame this and not this. Because I am so happy that you guys are there. But I'm just trying to get my routine together. So, having said that, I just love looking at other people's progress, listening to other people's questions, because it'll make you look at things a little different than what you would normally do. And forgive me for looking down. I was trying to find here. Look, here's a burgundy one. There's such pretty colors, guys. The folks are just doing, and that's like a rusty orange. Just beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, and look at this, guys. Look. Look at that. Just lovely, lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. So I am having a blast and enjoying. And I think the part that I'm enjoying the most is everyone saying, you know, they're happy to have a distraction, right? Because, yep, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Anyway, so progress. I am beyond the halfway mark at this point. I think I'm on repeat number. I'm on repeat 10. And it needs to be 46 inches. So I want to say, I think I did the math. And when I was like halfway through, I was at 8 repeats. So I'm thinking 15, 16 repeats might do it. I'm just going to keep going until the yarn runs out. So I am this far into my 3rd ball. I have 1 more to go. And did you swatch, Gigi? No, I didn't swatch. You know I'm horrible at that. But I did take a swatch because I have miles of stockinette here. I did take a swatch and I am on gauge. So I should be fine. I will just, like I said, knit until, you know, I get to the end of the yarn. But I am enjoying the whole process. I really am. And I haven't, under normal circumstances, I would have been done already. Just the normal pace of what I do. But I have purposely been slowing myself down so that I am still in it and I'm still working on it when folks have questions, because it's easier for me to answer if I'm in the throes of it with you instead of me trying to look back at the pattern or look back at the poncho and try to figure out what it should have been. You know, try to read the stitches to tell you, you know, where the error could have possibly have been, if that makes sense. So I am purposely slowing down to keep pace with the group, because everybody, with the exception of a handful, are pretty much on pace with me, if not slightly before me. So either folks are either where I am or they just started and they're 3 or 4 repeats in, which is fine because we have a month to go before it's over. So having said that, if you have not joined and you wanted to join, there's still time. You still can join because it's a month and you still got a month left. It was 6 weeks, so we still got some time. We got like 4 weeks left. It's been 2 weeks now, so we got 4 weeks left. It's doable. It's doable. And I'm getting such good, as you can see again, my oranges. Anyway, I'm getting such good feedback on the bobbles and cable tutorial. A lot of folks that have never done them before were really happy and they're excited that they've done their first bobble and they're flying through the pattern now. So I was really happy with that. So that's how that goes. It won't be much longer before I'm done. Not much longer. I just have to decide if I'm going to wet block it or if I'm going to steam block it. You know, lazy me. But because this end keeps rolling, I'm probably going to wet block it. Or I could steam it and pin it down too, because it gets pretty damp with the steam. But I don't know. But at any rate, I'm happy. I'm happy. Oh, update on the Gigi Loves Orange yarn. You know, when we went live the day of the cast on of the cow, it was sold out. It's back in stock. I need to double check and make sure that it's still there, because I know there were quite a few folks that were reaching out to me because it was gone. So let's see. Let's see. Yes, there's still some available on the Jimmy. I just looked on Jimmy Bean's website. There's 16 skeins available. So you still have an opportunity to grab some Gigi Loves Orange. It's vintage Tosh. It is a dream. It creates, and just so you kind of have a sense, this is on a US 7, so 4.5 millimeter, and the material that's being generated is heavenly. Heavenly. So that's that. That's the update on the cow. Oh, here's the other thing I want to say. The wonderful people from Wonderful were kind enough, let me take this off, to send us a gift. So this package has 6 of the, what do they call them? Thingy Bob. I'm going to say Thingy Bob. It doesn't have a name. It's 6 of them in there. So I think I'm going to take 2 of them out to keep for myself. But then I'm going to leave the other 4 and give this kit away as a prize for the cow. I just have to buy another adapter for me because I didn't have an adapter. And I have to find the cord for my electric screwdriver. I don't have the power cord. I need to find it. But for those that were not sure how this works, it has an adapter that you can add to any. See, I have a power screwdriver. So if you have a power drill, this goes in like that. You still need your Swift though. And if you don't have a Swift and you were accustomed to putting your yarn on the back of, a chair, or that was hubby's job, whatever the case may be, you still need that to hold the yarn. And then you wrap the yarn. This is like an elastic band here. You put the little piece of the yarn underneath there so it stays. And then you just turn it on and this spins it and it takes your yarn off of your Swift. And you have you a nice little spindle, I guess is the right word to call it, full of yarn. And what I love about it is you don't get the yarn barfs that you get with center pull, right? We've all had that happen to us, right? You pull that center string out and the yarn throws up and then you got to sit there and untangle that. That won't happen with this. And if you do drop it and it gets away from you, because of the way these are, it may roll away, but your yarn won't get dirty because this kind of stops it from hitting the ground. Does that make sense? So I have to get a wire to charge my thing, and then I will do an actual demo for you guys. So I am super excited. I thank them wholeheartedly for their kind gift. But like I said, I will be giving this kit away as a part of the knit along because there's more than enough. I already had one. So I figure if I take 2 more out of there, I'll have 3. So that'll be more than enough than what I need. And then somebody can get a nice kit with 4 in it and do what they must. So I am excited. So now I just want to talk. Can we just talk? Let's just talk. So now let's just talk. Let's talk. And I really want you guys to talk to me in the comments. A lot of you follow me on other platforms, so I've probably already heard from you either on Facebook or Instagram. But how you doing? How you doing? Who could have ever had imagined that we would be here? I know I couldn't. I absolutely know I couldn't. So this COVID, this coronavirus has disrupted the world. It is unbelievably scary. Talking about uncharted waters, right? This is just really creepy. And I raise my hand and say, you know, we've heard about the things that our grandparents lived through. And if you were blessed enough to have a great grandparent, you know, the things that they lived through, but you never thought that that would be in your lifetime. So to have, you know, shelter in place, to have curfews, to have, a friend of mine was telling me, if you drove into Rhode Island and you had a New York license plate, they stopped you and they forced you to do quarantine. Like, I feel like we in a movie. I feel like I'm dreaming and I need somebody to wake me up. This is really crazy. I think they said something in the news like 3 million people apply from unemployment. What? So this is a really, really crazy time. And I am not, just by nature, an anxious person. I don't fall for the doomsday tactics. I always try to find the positive. And this has kind of shaken me up because, listen, you guys know me and my power surges, right? You also know I can never breathe. My sinuses, you know, it's allergy seasons. The allergies are up here. Okay, allergies like, damn COVID, I still exist. So between my power surges and me coughing from the postnasal drip, listen, I can't tell you how many times I had to talk myself down. No, Gaye, you don't have COVID. You don't have corona. You're not positive. You have hot flashes and allergies. Go have a seat. It's just been crazy. So even the sanest of us, even the most calm, even the ones of us that are not usually anxious, are feeling some kind of way. So talk to me. This is the one time where I am going to allot time to just sit back and read the comments because I want you guys to talk to me. Check in. Let me know how you doing. Where are you? One, is your territory or your area, do you have to work from home? And where that part for me is not different because I've always worked from home. So that's not different for me. I'm also a homebody. If it ain't yarn related, I'm usually in the house, right? So that stuff doesn't bother me. I can say that my heart kind of stops for a couple of hours a day because my baby girl works in a bank. So she's essential. So she's been having to go to work. So as a parent, you know, your heart walks out the door every time they leave the house. So I've been a little anxious and she made me aware of my anxiety because she says, Mommy, I'm like, yeah. She said, you okay? I said, I'm fine. She said, you never text me this much. I said, oh, no, I was just checking on you. She said, you kind of freaking out about, I said, I guess I am because, you know, I was like, she ain't text. Is she okay? So yeah, it's been crazy. The good part, if there is a good part, I don't know why it takes for this country to get knocked to its knees for everybody to start working together. I don't know why it takes for something horrific to happen, for everybody to start showing kindness and just genuinely care for thy neighbor. I don't know why it takes something crazy, but what I have been loving, and if I could just peel back and talk about our industry, talk about the fiber community. And I'm saying fiber because it doesn't matter if you were a dyer, if you were a knitter, you were a crocheter, you were a weaver. This touched everybody. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. This touched everybody. It doesn't matter if you were white or black. This touched everybody. It's touching every country, whether you are a wealthy country or a poor country. It does not matter. So when it comes to corona, we are all the same, right? There's no division. The division comes in, you know, getting the proper health care, I think. How many people are sent home and then wind up passing away for other reasons? We ain't gonna talk about that. But back to the fiber community. As a result of this virus, everything's been canceled, right? So I should have been right now like, woohoo, telling you about my experience at Knit City in Montreal, Canada. I would have been just coming back from that yesterday, right? And I would have been preparing to go to Dallas this weekend. So I would have been with the pictures and the video and feedback and all of that, right? And am I sad that it's not happening? I am. However, is it the best? It absolutely is. So here is where I say the good part of this community, how we are all melding together and taking care of each other, because you had so many vendors that were preparing, whether it was Knit City, whether it was Yarn Con, whether it was Stitches United, whether it was DFW, whatever yarn or fiber related festivals were about to take place that have had to be canceled, impacted a vendor, a pen maker, a project bag maker, whatever it was that you sold in these marketplaces, you were preparing, you had all this stuff, all this stock ready to go to these events, and now all of them were canceled, right? Not everybody was in a place to put that money out and let that stock sit there until this blows over. So what I love about our community is every time I see that there's a virtual trunk show, there's, this one's having an update that would have been in the show, and how they're selling out within minutes because the fiber community is rallying around them. I love it. Can't say it enough, right? Then you have all of the virtual knit nights. I have never, ever seen so many lives at the top of my Instagram ever. Everybody's going live. So here's the thing. Here's an opportunity for you to really get to know your favorites. And if you are a content maker, whether you're a blogger, you're an influencer, you're an indie dyer, you're a designer, whatever, and you put content out there to let people know what it is that you offer, they come for you. So here's a perfect opportunity for you to give them an opportunity to get to know more about you. Does that make sense? So if you were the one that's afraid to go live, now is the time to do it. You have a captive audience. Now, for those of you that don't do any of those things, but were aspiring to do those things, now's the time to do it because you have a captive audience, right? Now's the time to test and see. Yeah, I've been dabbling with dyeing some yarn. Now's the time to post those pictures and see what people really think. Yeah, I designed this thing. I wrote it down. I got the pattern all ready to go, but I don't know, right? Now is the time. Go in your backyard, as long as you're staying, or go wherever. Stay away from people. Take some pictures. Put it out there. You have a captive audience. Now is the time, more so than ever, to give whatever that is that you need to do a try, because you're home. Right? You're home. So if you are working from home, once work is done, try to step away from the news. Get what you need from it. I know I have to do it in doses because the news will drive you over the edge. So get what you need, and then find something new to do. Learn a new craft. Try something you were afraid of. Start that blog. Start writing that book. Start that YouTube channel. Whatever it is, go live on Instagram, go live on Facebook. Whatever it is that you've been putting aside and using the excuse that you don't have time, you don't have no more because you have time. You got to stay that tail in the house so you have time. So I need you guys to just go ahead and do it. Now is the time. Now is the time. More so than ever, now is the time. So I'm going to cut this short here because I'm looking for you guys to talk to me. How are you doing? Is this impacting you personally? Like, I know a couple of folks that have it, but they're doing okay. Like, I don't know anyone that has it that is deadly, right? So let's talk. That's what this one's about. Let's talk. And not so much about the disease itself or the virus itself, but how are you holding on? How are you weathering this storm? What's your umbrella to keep you dry during this storm? Talk to me, okay? Outside of that, I will see you guys next week. Probably by next week, I'll have it finished, Poncho. And I always forget to say this, so please blame my head and not my heart. But I've seen all the new people that have subscribed. And thank you. 1, 2, welcome. 3, don't forget to talk to me. I comment, I read. So talk to me in the comments. And if you have a friend that you think would like all of my orange, share. So that's all I have. I am looking to hear from you guys. Talk to me. I need to know that you guys are okay. All right? And now more so than ever, I want you to have a fabulous day, week, rest of the month, rest of however long that we have to be locked in on purpose. Guys, now more so than ever, I need you to find something that makes you happy. More so than ever now, I need you to turn it inside and figure out what makes that heart beat fast, but not because you're afraid, but because you're excited. Okay? So now is the time, more so than any other time, because your mental state controls your heart, which controls the rest of your body, right? All that negativity is going to make you sick. So I need you to, on purpose, find the good things. Now, can you tell from this smile that I'm afraid I don't know that I'll have a job, right? I am, but I got one right now. And if something happens that my job falls apart during all of this, at least I have my health, I have my wits, my talent, I will find another job. Or if my job just goes on hold for a while, I'm not going to. I had a moment today where I thought I was going to get upset and worry about it. But I said, you know what? What's meant to be will be. All things unfold as they should. I'm doing the best that I can with what I have. I'm controlling what I can control, and I'm going to knit my way through the rest of it. I'll see you guys in the comments. Yes, below. Talk to me. You okay? I need to know you're okay down there.